Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Cush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink. Hey everybody. Hi guys. Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I am Dr. Cush. Boy, we are busy here. We are just about a week away from Arizona Tiki Oasis. Is there something in my beer? Oh, it's just white. Just getting whiter as I get older. Gross. We're about a week away from Arizona Tiki Oasis, so there's lots of preparation going to this. So we're doing our last non-tiki drink of the week here. We are going to be doing an old classic called the Hakam Hiccup. What is a Hakam Hiccup? I don't know, just found out about it. Just learned about it. So we're gonna put it in on Drink or Stinker. That's what we're up to tonight, guys. Hopefully that is exciting to you. It is very exciting to me. It's sort of like a cocktail that we really like on this show called the Hanky Panky, the Hakam Hiccup, similar to the Hanky Panky. There was an epidemic at some point with very silly names in cocktails. And this, unfortunately, fell victim to that little epidemic. Came out about the same time, very similar ingredients, but small moves, Ellie. That's what changes all of this. So that's what we are up to today. We're gonna be trying out a very old cocktail from the 1920s in England that's, well, I've never tried before. That's the theory of the show. Let me say hello to everybody, and then we can get right into it. First of all, I do want to re-highlight that we created a Dougie Monster recently. Thank you so much to Doug and Cocktail Lulu, better known as Melanie, better known as Cocktail Lulu, but more officially known as Melanie, for being on the show Saturday. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. They were great. We made some really fun stuff with some really fun gin. And in the meanwhile, we created a Dougie Monster. So that's where we're at with that. Let me say hello to the people that are here, though. Let me say hello to our good friend, Shawnee Baker. Good evening to you. Good to see you, Shawnee. DC David Clark, winner of the 2023 Cush Tucky Derby. We are in March. Is that right? What are we in? We're in April. Oh, my God. Think about how close. Oh, my gosh. Now I got to think about it. Do I have something planned on the first Saturday of May? I do. It's the Cush Tucky Derby. It's coming back, guys. We are almost there. I will start sending out your horse requests here soon. I know that Sean has gotten a few requests. He wants people to give them their horse. Shawnee Baker clearly picks good horses. He was instrumental in getting the husbands their 2024 win, although Shawnee Baker has never won it himself. Definitely jealous then. That wasn't the question that he was answering there, but it doesn't matter. Here is Tiki Tom. Good to see you, Tiki Tom. Always a pleasure, my friend. Never a chore. Nina Slice is here with a hey all. And then, let me just see. It looks like it is some sort of snail, some sort of palm tree, and then a dirty martini. Thank you for sending all those. Howdy to you as well. Dougie G in the place to be. We got Roger G is here. Happy hump day. If you celebrate, I celebrate privately. I do all of my hump day celebrations, keep that close to the chest, really. The UF Mark is here. Cheers to everyone, to you as well. UF Mark, here's a blast from the past, our 2,000th subscriber. This is Davey Virtue. We are now at, Davey's going to make me pull this out. We are now at 2,276. 276 people have joined since Davey Virtue broke the 2,000 barrier. I'll be honest, I don't know if we're growing fast enough. We got to figure something out. Davey Virtue loves the Hanky Panky. He celebrates Hump Day, his way, and the rest of us do it a little different. Dougie G, same question. Who doesn't love a Hanky Panky? It's an Ada Coleman cocktail. That's the only thing I'm thinking about. Hope the rum tasting went well, Doc. It did. I was in a place called Tampa, Florida. You ever been to Tampa, Florida? I was in a place called Tampa, Florida, doing a rum tasting with a bunch of Spanish-style rums and bamboo. It was a bizarre tasting. Really fun, though. Hopefully, I talked to a bunch of people. Hopefully, they will be in here. If you met me at some point from there, just say hi. I gave my card out to a number of people, so hopefully we will get a few people. Nina Slice coming at this from the foil, the absolute heel of this show, Grant. He wants to call all of these things wet Wednesday, wet Tuesday, wet Thursday. I guess we can technically call this a wet Wednesday. We are pouring one wet thing into another wet thing. We're going to do that 3 times. So hopefully that's good. And Tiki Tom celebrated Hump Day with my first Royal Hawaiian Mai Tai. I love a Royal Hawaiian Mai Tai. That was actually the Apostle of Tiki won the very first costume contest. We haven't done a costume contest since then. But he won it with the Royal Hawaiian Scratch Mai Tai. That's what we called it. He called it the Royal Hawaiian Scratch Mai Tai. Made everything from scratch and dressed up as a Royal Hawaiian with a back scratcher. Pretty clever. That's why we stopped doing those. I didn't want to be out clevered with my Beetle. What was I? Beetle Goose this year. Half Goose from Top Gun, half Beetlejuice. I was very topical. Very topical movies that had just had sequels this year. Okay, let's get into it, guys. This is a really simple kind of style of cocktail. It's going to be basically a 1-to-1 martini, red martini. We're not going to be using any of the Rangoni spirits today. Hopefully they don't sue me. They wouldn't get much. I think maybe I have like half a bottle back here of some Hamilton rum. I think maybe that's all they could sue me for. We're also going to be adding a little bit of orange curaçao to this instead of what normally goes into the Hanky Panky, which is Fernet Branca. And then just a couple dashes of bitters. And if we have one, oh, we do, throw a cherry in there. Super fancy. Let's get into it. This cocktail showed up at some point in the 1920s. Who exactly created it? I really don't know. It showed up in the ABCs of mixing. It also showed up in Harry Craddock's book, a book that we should all know at this point called the Savoy cocktail book. It looks similar to this. In fact, I don't want to freak you guys out. It looks exactly like this. Oh, dang. How far away do I have to get to just put this here? And then we're just going to win an award real quick. There we go. Tilt that so it doesn't look insane. There. It's going to look a little insane. This is the Savoy cocktail book. A really nice reference guide if you guys are ever looking for like older cocktails, something that like, you know, it's got a little history to it. It doesn't tell you a ton of the history behind this. Like every once in a while he'll put like a little, here, this one right here for the Oriental cocktail. In August 1984, an American engineer nearly died of fever in the Philippines, and only the extraordinary devotion of Dr. B, they don't tell us who Dr. B is, saved his life. As an act of gratitude, the engineer gave Dr. B the recipe of this cocktail. It's the only bit of history that we... Oh, God, that just looks really bad. We're gonna really get this so that it's nice and... Oh, yeah, hopefully nobody's motion sick. I might be turning... Oh, and now I've turned it off. We're going to count that and just go with it. Showed up in this book. There's been lots of different iterations of the Savoy cocktail book. So when I say something is in the Savoy cocktail book and then you go check your Savoy cocktail book and it isn't there, don't worry. The Savoy sort of changed a little bit over time. If I ever say something came from the Mr. Boston's book, Mr. Boston put out a new book every like 3 years, took out old cocktails, put in new cocktails. But we know that a version of this recipe showed up in the 1920-ish version of maybe 1923 version of the Savoy cocktail book. And thus, it was most likely served where? At the Savoy. So that is what I got for you. This is a stirrer. So we're going to get this stirring vessel. It feels like everything's just going to fall right off the bar, doesn't it? I don't exactly know how to adjust that so it doesn't look maybe just like that. Maybe we'll just put it right there. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a warning. When I say go, you're gonna just tilt your head a little. Oh, you're gonna tilt your head just a little bit like this, like a dog that doesn't know, like that hears its own name on the TV, just like this. And that way, oh yeah, there it goes. Now we all look normal. I should do prep before the show. Let's get into it. We are gonna start off. We're gonna try to do cheapest ingredients first. We're gonna try and play by our own rules here. So we're gonna reach back here, and we are going to remember that it isn't down there. We're gonna reach down here. You're supposed to keep all of your, oh God. You're supposed to keep all of your vermouth. That's just gonna drive me bonkers. Give me one more attempt at fixing it, guys, and then we're done. I think it's got, oh, that's the problem. I've been turning it the wrong way. Then we're just gonna raise it up. Oh yeah, live show, everybody. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's me. You guys can see me. That's my whole, way better. Please keep your vermouth in the refrigerator. If you don't keep your vermouth in the refrigerator, and then what happens normally, you don't keep your vermouth in the refrigerator, then you put it into a martini or a Manhattan or something, and you're like, oh, the worst part about this is the vermouth. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back to the 1980s style of making these vermouths. I'm going to do some funny joke about how little vermouth I want in my cocktail. When I was growing up, my dad would order a martini, and he would, yeah, sorry, Doug, a little motion sickness. Just a little motion sickness for you guys today, but I do think you'll be better. He would always make some joke, you know, I want a martini, but I want it dry. I want it dry like this. And if you could just take the bottle of vermouth and drive it 15 miles into the desert, and when you're there, find a tortoise and let that tortoise sort of open up the bottle with his weird tortoise mouth, and just wave, have the tortoise wave the bottle of vermouth, and then drive back. And that's whatever's left in the air around your human. That's how much vermouth I want in there. Fun story. Fun, like, you know, fun. You can get more and more expressive about how crazy you want that tortoise to be, or how much further you want to drive into the desert. But the reason is because I go to a lot of bars, and what do I see right on the back bar? I always see a bottle of vermouth. Keep your vermouth in the refrigerator, otherwise it goes bad, and that's why we hate vermouth. Vermouth is delicious. So delicious, in fact, that if you do this right, you should be able to put this much vermouth in your cocktail, 1.5 ounces. Yes. Good. Glenn is a fun dad. Glenn is a fun dad. Glenn was a fun dad. I mean, technically, he still is a fun dad. I mean, I haven't talked to him today, so, you know. Okay, we have 1.5 ounces of vermouth in this thing. We are now going to sort of balance this out a little bit with some dryness. What kind of dryness? Are we going to heat it up to try and bubble some of that water out? No. In fact, we are going to instead grab a nice dry gin. This is, and I've never heard it pronounced. I've never had anybody order this. It's just a bottle of gin that I have lying around the house. Around the bar. It is called Etizia. Etizia. I don't know. Coming out of the great state of grain. Oh, locally sourced in DC. District of Columbia, maybe? I don't know. Wink. We're going to go ahead and put in 1.5 ounces of our gin. A nice dry gin will work here. If you somehow were able to get your hands on a bottle of some Brando gin, that'd be good. It'd be good in here. We're going to go dry, though. We're going to go 1.5 ounces of some dry gin to balance out our 1-to-1 martini. I personally love a 1-to-1 martini. I like a 1-to-1 Manhattan. I like vermouth. I don't, other than my dad and apparently Winston Churchill. I know that it's fun to order. Let me say, I also like my steak really rare, like crazy rare, like almost uncooked. So I do make those jokes still. You know, if you got a cow back there, whatever you're about to start cooking, just bring it out and I'll just take a bite of the cow. I'll say something like that. I didn't realize until I was in my mid-30s that cows have fur on them. I thought cows had leather on them. I'm a city boy. I grew up in the city. Didn't understand what was going on. Anyway, now the thought of biting a cow doesn't make me all that happy. I don't want to bite into a hairy beast. I wouldn't mind biting into a leathery beast, but apparently they take all the hair off of the cow to make leather. I don't know anything about this. Again, city boy. I am certainly the city mouse. I still make those jokes. I wish that I could still make the jokes about how dry I want my martini, but I found that I really, really, really like vermouth. I think putting vermouth into anything almost makes it better almost every time. So that's where we're at. 1-to-1. Simple. If you want to go down the Ada Coley Coleman route on this one, this is great. This is a great time to do it. Go ahead and put in your Fernet Branca. We're not doing that. We're not making the Hanky Panky. No, no, no. No, no, no. We are instead going to be making the Hakam Hiccup. So, grab some of this. Grand Gala, of course, a delicious version of a semi-curaçao. It's almost a curaçao. But it really is more... I don't even think it has a name. Maybe it's just called a Gran. An imported rare triple orange liqueur made with Italian BSOP brandy. So maybe we'll call this like a brandied orange liqueur. Same thing as Grand Marnier. That's what we're looking for. We need a half an ounce of that. Super simple. Nice and easy. Easy. Half an ounce of some orange liqueur. Well, we got it, baby. Let me say hello to some of our new people. New and just that they just showed up. There's the Low Carb Cocktail Guy. Good to see you, Low Carb Cocktail Guy. Low Carb Cocktail Guy, let us know how. I know that it was almost a month ago, but now that I'm close to Tiki Oasis, how did Louisiana Tiki Fest go? Louisiana Tiki, not Fest. Maybe it is Fest. I don't know. And let me say hello to our good friend, Forlorn Hope. Good to see you. Okay. Sweep that away. Okay. We got this in here. We're on a roll. We're trucking along. We got a couple bits of sweet in here. Certainly some dry to dry this thing out. Let's reach into our big old bag of tricks. What's a great bartender trick? Grabbing this. Now, I'm bringing this out right now because it is somebody's birthday. A very happy birthday yesterday. I was supposed to do the show yesterday. I wasn't really at a rum tasting yesterday. I was, again, late on a plane. I was trying to get here for Amy Beard's birthday. Couldn't make it. So hopefully Amy Beard is still celebrating wherever she is. Her birthday was yesterday. But this is her bottle of Angostura bitters. We're going to go ahead and put in 3 dashes of some Angostura bitters. And 1 to grow on. There we go. Just back that up. This is the cocktail, guys. This is it. Yes, there we go. Happy birthday. Happy belated to Amy. Very happy belated to Amy. Happy belated to Amy. There is another birthday today. Anybody want to take a guess at whose birthday it is? Not normally in the chat, but certainly pops in when they can. But certainly a big part of the show. It is one more birthday. So you guys think about that. Guess the other birthday. Who shares who's back to back with our good friend Amy? Look into it. You let me know. That's what we got. Let's go ahead and put in some ice. There we go. DC Debbie Clark got it right on the nose. Yes, it is Tammy's birthday today too. So if you guys wouldn't mind flooding Tammy with some no. Bonbon is always in the chat. Bonbon's always in the chat. I would never say Bonbon's rarely in the chat. Yes, Tammy's birthday is today. So good work there, DC. It is the Britney Spears of Austria, Tammy Harrison's birthday. So thank you, Tammy, for all that you've done for my career. I was supposed to play some golf with her today, but what happened? I got stuck on another airplane. Okay, we're going to throw in our ice. Obviously, when we're stirring, we want larger pieces of ice, larger pieces of ice. Do I have a little pincher? I don't. We're going to do this like brutes. All the way down. There we go. Little extra in there. That's going to help. These are my non-clear pieces of ice, but they are large. Is Oak Wash going to be at the San Diego Tiki Oasis? I love his lives and would love to get a mug from him. We should call up Oak Wash. I don't know Oak Wash. I don't know Oak Wash. We'll figure it out. Lulu, it's Oak Wash. Just letting you know. What? I don't know who Oak Wash is. I feel bad now. Maybe I'll get a mug. We're going to stir. Always remember with the stirring. I tell you guys this every time, but got to fill up 30 minutes. We're just going to go ahead and grab this here. Boink, right here. We're going to put one finger here, one finger here. Give it a little distance. So maybe we'll go, oh, not that one. We'll give it a little distance up here. Nice. And, oh, good. Thank you, Kyle. Fill me in on Oak Wash. We discussed it when Doug and Melanie were over here at the bar. There's a whole separate show that goes on right here. I think for a lot of this, I don't need to be here. And that's fine. It is me just sort of talking to myself. But there's a whole separate show, and I do like to have Kyle fill me in on what the hell happened in the whole section. All my notes or all my comments are over this way. Whatever's happening on my right, I like Kyle to tell me what's going on. Okay, that's about good. We have been freezing this glass for many moons at this point. I found it in the back. Look how white that is. Boom. Very nice. We are going to be using the proper method to get a stirred drink out of here. This is called a julep strainer. It is different from a Hawthorne. Oh, mini Cush. Guy's wasted. It's different than a Hawthorne strainer, which is stuck in my big head right there. Show you guys what I want to. This is a Hawthorne strainer, created in Boston, maybe by Nathaniel Hawthorne, maybe not. I don't know. But this is a julep strainer meant for straining, not juleps usually. Usually meant for straining drinks that are like juleps. Oh, did I start pouring? Oops. Go ahead and just pour this out. All we're doing is keeping all this ice back. Since we didn't crack any ice, we're not worried about little extra pieces of ice floating around in our drink. We want this to sort of be nice and chilly without having any extra dilution. So put that right there and see if we can't get a really nice shot of that. Oh boy, look at that. Why don't we get a really nice shot of it? Put it on here. No way. Dr. C is the key ingredient. Listen, I'm an ingredient to how this little thing goes. But certainly, I think you guys, I mean, listen, I'm not complaining. If I'm being uninteresting, and oftentimes I'm describing for the 500th time how to stir a cocktail, it's nice that you guys have somebody to talk to, because otherwise it's really just me being a little kid playing with his toys here, and then you guys, the adults, are sitting off being like, oh yeah, really interesting. Oh, it transforms into a bee. Oh my gosh, wow. Go back to playing with your bee toy now, Cush, and the adults will talk. I sometimes feel like that's how it goes, and honestly, wouldn't have it any other way. Let's throw this on. Oh my god. Oh, geez Louise. You know what? A while ago, we had a little piece of paper on here that made it so that it wasn't so bright. Now it changes colors. I don't want to change colors. There we go. All right. Oh boy, look at that. What a beaut. What an absolute beaut. Let's get it from all angles except for the above angle, which is not working. I'm the glue. Uh-oh. Isn't glue normally toxic? Isn't like they, start sniffing glue. You've gone down a bad path. You guys keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. We'll just keep being here Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays on days that I can make it. Otherwise, I don't know what we're going to do. This right here, a delicious cocktail, I think. This is Drinker Stinker, so I've never had it before. Called the Hakam Hiccup. We are going to be throwing in one of life's great pleasures. That is a cocktail cherry. Even if it's one of these crappy little ones, it's still delicious. Hard to tell me. I would certainly have a very long debate with you if you tried to tell me that even these nameless brand, these are select, signature select. Even these aren't delicious. I really like these, so we're gonna drop one in. Bloop. And there we have it. On the paste. From the school paste. So that's non-toxic, I assume. No, glue is made from dead horse hooves. I don't know if we're making this better. I think we might be going the wrong way. Put this back here, turn this off. This is it. The Hakam Hiccup. A very simple cocktail. It follows a lot of great conventions of the Manhattan Martini style of drink. At the Arizona Tiki Oasis coming up here this week, next week. I tasked myself with it, but we're doing the secret of the 7 cocktails. Basically, there are 7 types of cocktails we talked about on the show. I think I did a whole series of this years and years ago. We'll probably do another one soon. The Manhattan Martini style of cocktail is certainly a great style of cocktail that brings in drinks like this. I'm doing this at a tiki convention, and I have created a cocktail that you will all get to try if you're going to be there. If not, watch, and then you can just create it at your house. That is a Manhattan Martini style of cocktail, but it is a tiki style of cocktail. So this one follows a lot of the conventions. It's just in equal parts, 1-to-1. And there we go. Oh, it's still kind of spinning. I think when the motion never stops? What's that? The laws of motion. The laws of Newton did something with them, I believe, when he got hit in the head with an apple. This is it. The Hakam Hiccup. Let's see how we did. It's so sad. It's so sad that some cocktails made it so big and some cocktails just never caught on. I think calling the cocktail the Hakam Hiccup absolutely hurt this cocktail. I don't know what a Hakam is. I know what a hiccup is. We don't want hiccups. This is one of the best cocktails I've ever had in my life. It's exactly the way I like my martinis to be. My Manhattans, my martinis. It's kind of a mix between the two. It's 1-to-1. A little bit of extra sweetness in the orange curaçao, which just sort of brings in sort of like salting a steak. Not supposed to taste more like salt. It's supposed to taste more like steak if you salted it correctly. All that sweetness brings a ton out in here. The bitters is perfect. It makes me sad because I know that I will never, ever, maybe in 3 places on Earth, will I be able to go into a bar and say, can I have a Hakam Hiccup and get this? And even if I do, I'm that asshole. I'm that guy with the white beard over there, because I won't do it for another at least year. And by that time, we know that in a year, it'll be fully white. The guy with the white beard over there, he's asking for a Hakam Hiccup. And, I mean, I know what it is. I'm not an idiot. I know what a Hakam Hiccup is, but he wanted to try and impress us with his great order. And then now I'm feeling self-conscious, like nobody wants to talk to me. I'm all, alone, sitting at a bar, white beard. I look like Santa. I've already granted 3 or 4 wishes. I've met 4 elves that day, tried to hire them on to, take Kyle's place because I assume in a year, Kyle will find a new job doing something else. I don't know what's going on. And now I'm holding a Hakam Hiccup. I'm very sad because all I wanted was an equal parts gin, sweet vermouth, martini with a splash of some orange curaçao and a couple dashes of bitters. They have to have better. We have to have a better name for this cocktail. Just want to go over what's going on here real quick. There's been a few developments. Elmer's Glue makes a great pairing, says the low-carb cocktail guy. Rubber cement is lower in carbs, though, is what Roger G says. And then the low-carb cocktail guy actually has an answer for that, saying that, yes, rubber cement is lower in carbs. Now, that is a professional. You don't, a lot of us, you know, even if you know a lot about a subject, you don't often know everything about the subject. And sometimes instead of saying, I don't know, I don't really know, sometimes we will just say, yes, it is, or no, it's not. I have to believe that the low carb cocktail guy actually knew the carb count in Elmer's white paste and rubber cement. And at some point in his low carb journey, did look that up. And does know that. I have to believe that that's the case. And now, nothing that had to do with me. Now the low-carb cocktail guy has taught you guys all a little bit about carbs and school paste. So that's, I think that's fun. Kyle is concerned. Kyle, listen, I will never fire you, but Kyle's a good guy. Can't be a barback your whole life, all right? As a guy that's hired many barbacks, as a guy that's fired many barbacks, as a guy that's promoted more barbacks than anybody I've ever known. I think the best bartenders come from barbacking. I came from barbacking. I was an amazing barback. 2017, third in the nation. Third place in the whole nation I won the barback games. Very, very good. I think the best bartenders come from barbacks. I have a feeling that somebody's going to open up a bar and they're going to need a bartender. Kyle knows what he's doing, and they will hire Kyle Tender. It's not Kyle Back, Kyle Bartender. They will get that going. I can only assume by the time my beard is completely white, Kyle will own his own bar. One learned in Jewish law is the Hakam. That's fun. So a Hakam. People are asking Kyle not to leave. Kyle's not going anywhere. A Kyle show takeover is what we're going for. In the immortal words of Elwood Blues, this is glue, strong stuff. He was on a mission from God. Let me see if I can do it. We got our half tank of gas, our sunglasses on. I can't do it. I feel like a glue sniffing battle box coming soon. I think we're really, really. You had been a bartender for a long time by 2017. That is true, but your barback skills never leave you. Sean, start thinking about my horse. Yes, Sean, start thinking about everybody's horses. People are very excited about a glue sniffing battle box. I don't know if that's legal or smart. And sometimes things that are illegal and not smart, those are the most fun things. But this, perfect. Can't even think about anything else right now. Highly recommend the Hakam Hiccup. If there are bartenders watching and you want to learn a great cocktail, the Hakam Hiccup is great. Somebody comes in, they say, what do you like? What do you normally drink? And they say, I don't know, I like an old fashioned or like a Manhattan. Say, oh, I got something for you. I have something for you. It's called the Hakam Hiccup. And they'll say, what? They'll say it's from the 1920s, created by a guy, most likely, because most drinks in the 1920s were created by a guy named Harry Johnson, Harry de Ciro, Harry Craddock, all the Harrys. Just say it was created by a guy named Harry. The Hakam Hiccup, it's the way to go. Did I do 30 minutes? Oh my God, we did it. I'm back in town for a while now. So I don't assume that we will be missing many more shows, especially tomorrow. We will be back here tomorrow for a show. We'll be back here tomorrow for a show. So if you guys are interested in watching this again, but with a different drink, still same rambling, still same show going on in the comments, different cocktail, please show up and hang out. Cush's favorite is Harry Johnson. If you tell me that your favorite Harry that makes cocktails is not Harry Johnson. I will tell you, that's the same kind of person that says I only like the expensive maraschino cherries. Okay, all right, stop it. I get that Harry Craddock is the Luxardo cherry of the bartenders named Harry from the 1920s. I get it. But Harry Johnson, who made cocktails and wrote cocktail books, yes, is he the signature select of cherries? He is. But man, in a pinch, Harry Johnson works out just fine. I also thought it was a Saturday show. I feel like I'm going a long time. Okay. That's what I got for you guys. We have done it. We have completed another show. I do feel like sometimes, especially on drinks like this, even though this is one of the greatest, I don't have a lot of information to give you. I really just jibber jabbered on about the Harrys, Craddock, DeCairo, and Johnson. And then we make a great cocktail, one of my favorites of all time, the Hakam Hiccup. And then we just sort of end, and then I just send you guys out into the world with all this information that you clearly had to forget something else to remember, the Hakam Hiccup. So I do apologize about whatever you guys forgot, but at least finally, I'm sending you out with a great drink. So yes, why do I laugh every time Doc says Harry Johnson? Some Johnson family out there decided that Harold was a great name. Did not see where that was going. And then ended up with a little pie in their face. All right, that's what I got for you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for showing up to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I am Dr. Cush. And I will see you guys again tomorrow for, what do we, we had a whole plan, right, to do behind thirst scenes so that I could do editing. And then I just never really got into editing. I just really don't like editing. Kyle didn't even rate it. Kyle, do you want to come in and rate it? This is going to be a super Kyle drink. Kyle, if you got time, you can come in and rate it. If I don't hear padding in the next, 2 minutes, then we'll go. Always a good show. Thank you so much, DCW Clark. We're just here and waiting to see if Kyle is my glue. Yes, Kyle is the ground-up horse hooves that keeps me together. 1 second. Roger, the rubber cement is hard to get out of your nose, and that's why, of course, DC, the Low Carb Cocktail guy, suggests using a Glencairn glass. Here we go, Kyle. I'll give that a little taste. I really think Kyle's going to like this, and I have a feeling that this will not be the last. I don't think this will be the last one I make tonight. He's smelling it. His nose touched the liquid. And now he's smelling it like he is a rabbit. Now he's licking the glass. Oh, he's licking it like he is a cat trying to get all the liquid out. Yeah. You think there's a whole show that goes on in the comments? There's a whole show that goes on with whatever Kyle's doing. I'll make another one. Bring it back. Otherwise, I don't have anything to. He's got to give me a rating. Here it comes. That's a glove. We've done it. Thank you. Easy, KT. It's not glue. Yeah. So Kyle, that's not glue. You can have that one. Honestly, I'll make another one. Yeah. Okay. Thank you guys so much for showing up. All of Kyle's motions start about a foot off camera, and then they really come in. So it really starts like this, and you guys don't see it until it gets here. Right there. You guys don't see it until it gets there. Whole situation. There you go, Nina. I've given you something to think about. Yeah, that's a great cocktail. A very happy birthday. Very, very happy birthday to our very good friend. We will be seeing her in Arizona, to Amy Beer. And a very, very happy birthday to my partner in crime for many years. I think I'd worked with Tammy for probably 8 years. To my very good friend, Tammy. Go and say hi to her if you can. I'm sure she's got a couple posts up there. Go say hi to Tammy. Tell her Cush sent you, and say the same thing to Amy, but you don't have to tell her Cush sent you. That's what I got for you guys. As always, we'll be back here Thursday, which is tomorrow, and you guys do whatever you're going to do until then. Get some sleep, I think. Maybe read a book. Bye-bye. Oh, gosh, this is working. I'll show you how this works. Just throw this right here. Well, let's say we'll do the Homer one.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and then we'll do this one.
Bye bye.
And then we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of there, and then we go down to Pee Wee. That's a whole Pee Wee sound effects board, and that's the second page. And we do.
Are you Dr. Jinga Janga?
Dr. Jinga Janga, and then we do that.
Bye. 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 Bye.
Bye bye. Oh, hit the wrong button.
Bye.